Good evening. It is December 12th, 2020. And I want to talk about the complete failure of the Supreme Court to even investigate what really happened during the election. I'm not going to say what happened. I'd like to know what happened. The Supreme Court will not even address it. They won't even look at it. They won't even touch it. I just wonder, has the Supreme Court been compromised? We know Roberts is on the list of the logs of the plane that were going to the pedophile island, so we know he's probably compromised. Who else has been compromised on the Supreme Court justice? On the Supreme Court of the United States? I mean, this has gone over for over a month. Lawsuit after lawsuit by state after state after state has gone to the Supreme Court. They won't even address it. They don't want to talk about it. The judges will talk about high-capacity clips, abortions, can men go in bathrooms with ladies. They'll discuss all kind of nonsense, but won't discuss what happened in the election. I'm not going to say, I don't know what happened, so I can't say which side did what. You know, and it always seems to me now it's more like a Hail Mary from one side or the other to get the Supreme Court to even look at it, to even consider going through what may have really happened, if anything happened. I don't know what happened. I'd like to know what happened, if something did happen. You know, and I'm going to read off some subscribers that I subscribe to. Also, the Office of Tatum, Tim Poole, Lisa Haven, Douglas Ducote Sr., Roy Potterberger, the Conservative Twins, Insurgency News broadcast, AMTV, The Truth, Black Scout Survival, Patriot Nurse, Tatum Report, you know, the Common Sense Show, The Angry Prepper, Mark Dice, some guy named Jones, I don't know what his first name was, Alicia, something like that, Jones or something like that, maybe something like that. Just go on and on and on. Colin Honor, War Report Society, you know, we just go on and on with these Hail Marys. This is going to happen. This may do something. This may happen. Look, stop. Stop it. The Supreme Court has completely failed. Okay? They're not going to intervene if something happened. They're not going to intervene. I don't know if they're traitors or they're more concerned about men pretending to be women to compete against ladies in athletics and sports. That may be more important. You know, maybe more important than that. You know, they may be preoccupied with maybe what's something they think more important. But I just don't believe there's going to be a Hail Mary. And all those YouTube channels that I picked up, that I pointed out, and I've subscribed to all of them, they all do great work. But it's time for them to get a reality check. It's time to move on from this Hail Mary and accept the great possibility that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will become the next president and vice president of the United States. And what they intend to do to the gun owners, to the Christians, to the Trump supporters, to the conservatives, what they intend to do. They're already talking about executive orders for the guns, for the high-capacity clips, forced vaccinations, forced masks. What tactics will they use to make you accept that? To give up your rights, your guns, your Bibles. They already don't want you to go to church. They're trying to destroy the small businesses. Trump's got the vaccine coming out. I'm sure Joe Biden will probably think and try to say that he did that. My co-workers tell me that this last 4 years, all these successes that took place under the Trump administration, hundreds of record highs in the stock market. My 401 has been climbing constantly making me thousands of dollars. Tens of thousands of black men released from jail for nonviolent crimes, mainly possession of marijuana. No other president did that. No other president did that. They're telling me that all these successes were Obama's. So 12 years after Obama became president, he's doing this. Even though we do know that the job didn't come back, stock market was stagnant until Trump reversed all of the things President Obama did. You understand that? So when Joe Biden, if he gets in, and there's a high probability he will be inaugurated president of the United States. If he gets in, and he attacks the oil companies, he attacks the gun manufacturers, he attacks the small businesses, he forces vaccinations, forces masks, forces small businesses to close, while allowing Black Lives Matter to protest, Antifa to protest. And this all will affect the economy. Will they then claim that this is all Trump's doing? After they claim all the 4 years of Trump's administration was by Obama, was created by Obama, that Trump just rolled in on the good deals that Obama did. So how will you be able to claim it's Trump's fault now? Just all statistics. The NSFF, not sure who that is, crunches the numbers. The U.S. has 434 million guns. It's about 350 million, because that's at least one gun for every person in the United States. One baby and child. Man. 20 million AR-15s. 20 million. That's civilian owned, that's not military. 150 million standard high-capacity magazines and billions of rounds of .223 and .556. Now, 20 million AR-15s. That doesn't account for the countless numbers of AK-47s, SKSs that are in the United States. And the hundreds upon the hundreds of millions of rounds of 7.62 by 39 for those guns. And the tens and tens of millions of high-capacity magazines for those. Joe Biden expects you to turn them in. I would expect if there's 20 million AR-15s, there's probably 50 million Glocks in the United States. All high-capacity guns. 20 million SIGs. Smith & Wessons, Berettas, H&Ks. All high-capacity mags, guns. Joe Biden has to get them. Joe Biden has to get them. You know, you're going to have to accept that there's some bad things coming down the pipe. And if Joe Biden gets in, this is what's going to happen. Your taxes are going to go up. Your 401 taxes are going to go up. I think the early withdrawal of 401 total tax like 30%, 33%. Joe Biden's talking about 40, 45%. Basically, he can do the best he can to keep you from even getting it. You know, you always have a hardship clause where, you know, if you lose your job, you can lose your house. You can go in and get it. There's a much lower tax. I'm sure he wants to stop that so you can, you know, I don't know, can't get it and save yourself, even though a lot of it's your money. If your employer gave you the money, contributed to what it matches, it's your money too, what they contributed. It's part of your income. That's why it's taxed. It's going to take all the big businesses. Facebook and YouTube are already going to are already censoring. If you have an opinion that somehow the election was rigged for either side, it will be removed on YouTube with a warning, a mark, a check, a threat, or whenever you do it on Facebook, you know, you get this warning. The AP has announced and projected that Joe Biden will become the 46th president of the United States. And no matter what, if you don't accept that, you get the warning. And I just feel that they're telling you that because maybe a lot of people don't think that Biden won. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to discuss numbers and statistics that the people are claiming. I just really wanted the Supreme Court to go ahead and say Joe won or whoever else won. That's all I wanted. Stepping in and end the crisis, this constitutional crisis that we are in. And we are in one. And deal with it. But the matter is, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris have been threatening the Constitution, the patriots, the Christians, the conservatives, small businesses. They've been threatening it with forced vaccinations, mandatory mask wearing, fines and penalties if you don't wear the mask. Now they're offering the stimulus package money for if you will take the vaccination. Now, I don't know. I don't know about why they're wanting to pay you to take it. You know, maybe you should research it yourself. But if they get in, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. States are already talking about succeeding if their candidate doesn't win, or if that candidate wins. I mean, it's interesting that 18 states supported Texas, and state rights is really the most important thing in the Constitution. That's what the Electoral College is about. The states' popular vote picks the Electoral College, and so forth down the process. They no longer don't want that. I mean, there were millions of people who said that Donald Trump wasn't their president, and I guess those people are going to be upset when the conservatives didn't start claiming, well, Joe Biden is not their president. I mean, that would be fair. Tit for tat, right? I mean, if the conservatives talk about Biden the way the Democrats talked about Trump, that should be fair, right? I mean, it's fair. But all that will be monitored, censored like they do in China. You know, China's the model for the global elite. They have a social score where, you know, if you're not perfect, you're not a perfect communist Asian citizen in China, your travel limits are limited. Company jobs, benefits, programs are denied to you. That's what's coming here. Companies will use the COVID-19 to force you to take the vaccine. You won't be able to work here. You won't be able to go there. You know, you won't be able to go to Walmart unless you have a certificate, as Bill Gates has been saying for years. And recently, you need a certificate to travel, to have a job, to have a bank account. You know, And Bill Gates got a patent. And Facebook may try to censor this. YouTube may try to censor this. But I have a solution to the censorship. I've collected through the year, recently, last year, this year, I've collected over 12 billion, with a B, email addresses. Tens of thousands to every social media group around. Every country you can imagine. Russia, Ukraine, Algeria, Canada, Mexico, Paraguay. I've been collecting them and collecting them. And what they don't understand is there's a way to get around it. You can create a 30-second video, a 40-second video, a small bit rate, maybe 480 resolution, 10 megabyte, do a 10 megabyte video. And I could send that video to 300 people every night. Just start wherever I want to start at, whatever social media platform I want to use, whatever country I want to send, and it's literally millions of text pages. I couldn't do all of it. And just take 20 a night, 30 a night, and post it. Share that video. Share that video. Share that video every night. Contact all your email assets, your Facebook assets, your YouTube assets, and go on and share and just send them 10 pages. 10 pages of text. Probably, because a lot of them just straight down the one, just number like this here. And just tell them, just send 10 a night. Just send 10 a night. Take that page and send, 10. When you send, delete it from the page. Make a copy and cut them from the page. And just start another 10. Just start another 10. Just start another 10. Just go on and on and on. You can share this. You can flood it. There's ways to go around the social. And I like YouTube. I used to get monetized. They unmonetized everything. Everything. If you pointed out certain things, they started monetizing. They got me before what's that guy's name? Alicia Jones or Alawanda Jones or something. He was fairly popular. They demonetized him. Removed him from all the platforms. YouTube, Facebook, and that. They were demonetizing me before him. My YouTube channel been demonetized for probably about 4 years. They were doing it before these other folks were getting it. I don't know what I did. But I had right at 4 million views at the time. Thousands. I think I got it on the wall when it started. I was keeping track. Last time I had 3,500 subscribers. Now, and I was getting 25 a day. 100 a week at one point. None now. None. Videos were getting hundreds of thousands of views on some of them. Now it's 15 or 20. That they say anyways. So there's a way to go around this stuff. There's a way to go around it. You can see somebody's video, not mine. You can copy and paste. Had Chinese this afternoon. It was really good. Really good. Still stuff from it. 2 big plates. Incredible. At the logo Chinese buffet. Yeah. And you can copy and paste videos from YouTube. You don't have to send a video. Now you can make a little short 30-second video that will load. There are also some free web things. I think I forgot the word, but it's a page that you can go to that would allow you to send larger, and it's free. You can only do maybe 10 a day, 10 messages a day, 24 hours, and you can send 300 megabyte videos. But you don't have to. You know, you can just copy paste my videos, somebody else's videos, you know, and just send the URLs, you know, and just go that route and share what you think's going on. I mean, they can try this, they can try that, and they will. They're going to completely censor it. And I imagine there's I think 44 states have already wanting to break up Facebook. Because he's definitely one-sided. He's definitely controlling the information. He's definitely donating time and media and advertising to one side. He's definitely censoring from one side. He's definitely giving you warnings from one side if you attack them. So, but once again, if that goes to the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court has definitely been compromised. I don't know what's been done. But once again, Roberts is on the list, on the logs that were going to the pedophile island with Epstein. That is fact. All three of Donald Trump's Supreme Court justices have not made any attempt to even look at it. I don't know why they're doing that. I just want to know the truth. I mean, I am a conservative. No, I am a Trump supporter. But if they can say that all this stuff that are being claimed by the other side is really nonsense, and just take each video that they claim to have, each witness, and depose them and say, that's not what you see. This is what you really see. That there was created by somebody, produced by somebody, to create a false narrative for Biden. I just need that for the truth. You know, going back to President Obama, there was quite a bit of a thing said about him. And I definitely believe there was some cheating in that election. Both times. But I don't believe it was on the scale to flip it for President Obama. And I say President Obama because I didn't like his political views, but as a human being, I didn't never meet him or his family, so I can't say anything. I just didn't believe his globalist views, his socialist views. You know, I've said before, and only 20 of you probably seen it, that I believe that the answer for the healthcare problem is not a socialized medicine. Socialized medicine is to create a huge number of dependent people to control the way they vote for a certain party, to make you dependent. If you can get everybody on, if one party can get everybody getting a living wage mail to their house, direct deposit to their account, free health care, free housing, free daycare, free education. You know, that side would be forever in debt to the party that got that for them. Because that party that created those social programs would say, if you don't vote for me, the other side will take that away. You lose your health care. You lose your housing. Your guaranteed income. Your food stamp, your EBT card. And I believe that the answer to that is bring back all the jobs which Trump was doing. The jobs started leaving under President Obama. And the amount of jobs through the years that was lost under the NAFTA and GATT are really close to the numbers that were being said under the Obama administration that needed health care. I believe if we can make all these companies provide health care and make the companies come back and basically make them provide health care. Control what the insurance companies collect for insurance. Regulate the billions of dollars in profits that they make. Regulate what companies make. They get that profit tens of billions of dollars, and they don't want to provide health care. That will solve the majority of the healthcare issues. They can be given tax incentives or punish them because they won't provide it. I mean, companies got during the COVID-19 stimulus package, big companies got, as far as I'm aware of, I know a company in my town, they got like $330 million in stimulus package. They recently bought the company, previous company, and bought it. After they got this $330 million in stimulus package money for the COVID-19, they didn't reward or share the hundreds of millions with the employees who were considered, what is the word they use now? What is the word? Essential. Those essential workers who made products for the U.S. military, airports, hospitals, for tunnels that are being made, for trains and all that, who provides that kind of material, didn't get any financial compensation at all. And then they turn around and want to lay off hundreds of employees and move those jobs to Mexico. After they got hundreds of million dollars from the taxpayer. See, that is what Mitch McConnell and some of the Republicans are concerned about. They're concerned about Pelosi. I know I'm all over the bat today. I haven't put that video in a while. It's going to be kind of long. Pelosi never wanting to give money to the big companies. Big companies. Because I guess those companies give kickbacks to the Democrat Party. You know, they donate to their elections and all that kind of stuff. And they get taxpayer money, hundreds of millions of dollars, and don't give it to the little man. Yet the Democrat Party said they're for the little man, but yet they do that. And then I think the last stimulus package, you never could really verify, but it was claimed that all the congressmen voted for in the stimulus package to give us $1,200, which is the largest stimulus package we ever got. I think President Obama gave us one, and I think Bush got one. My fellow employees say that we didn't get one on Obama; it was on the Bush. I don't know, but it was like $200. So Trump gave you 6 times what the Democrat did. Okay, but we got $1,200, $24 for a family. You know, a man and a wife, and a couple hundred for each kid that you had. While each one of the congressmen, I don't know if it went to the Republicans, but the congressman I know got $25,000 raise. That's unverified. You know, I'm sure somebody will face check that and say, no, the Democrats did not give themselves. That's hard to believe. Anyways, I mean, so, you know, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things happening. You know, all those YouTubes that I've subscribed to, I encourage you to start giving us ideas and information how to prepare for what's coming. Some claim it's going to end in violence. I don't know. Some people believe in it. Rush Limbaugh saying it. It's going to lead to succession. Now, if 18 states secede from the Union. Now, I like to study history of Guatemala. I do believe that the states that rebelled against the Union, after they were defeated by the North, which was the Republicans, the South was controlled by the Democrats. The Democrats fought, succeeded from the Union to keep the trade of man flesh. The Democrats want to hide that part. They want to hide that the Republican candidate freed the slaves. Promised to give them 40 acres and a mule. The mule was added on later because they promised them 40 acres and somebody said in Lincoln's administration, well, what they going to do with 40 acres? They ain't got no mule. So they were to give them on loan a mule to plow the 40 acres. And it was given to, and it was a specific number, it was going to be given to 10,000 men, black males. The land was to come from conquered lands of the plantation owners. I'm cool with that. No problem. Let a man make his own living. Give him some pride. When he can look in the mirror and say, I did this, I own this, it's mine. I believe in a man taking pride in himself and what he produces. It feels good to come home to your wife and say, baby, the light bill's going to be paid this month. Food on the table. Kids got clothes. We got AC. That's a great feeling. A great feeling. But once again, Democrats mucked it up. Abraham Lincoln was assassinated by Wilkes Booth, who was a Democrat sympathizer, Southern Democrat sympathizer. And he assassinated Lincoln, and then the vice president took over. And that vice president was a Democrat Southern supporter. And he ended the policy of 40 acres of the mule. That's why so many didn't get it, even though it was promised. I do believe 10,000 got it, or the plan was to give 10,000 reappropriated land from the plantation, which is great. I had a co-worker told me that was a scam itself. He said he gave the land that was like in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, on the Atlantic coast. He said they couldn't farm sand. Yeah, well, that's true. But see, if this is the Atlantic, all right, this is the Atlantic, and heading inland, we got the beach, right? Then we had the plantation. I'm moving the plantation. The plantation is on seafront land, oceanfront property. That's valuable land. And then continuing inward, you will eventually run across dirt, or where the plantation was. So actually, they got a good deal. My understanding, a lot of the land was reappropriated back from the black men who got the land as slaves. The federal government, under the Democrat sympathizer, after Lincoln was assassinated. So we're getting a little history buff here. I'm kind of going into my, longer than I want. I'm at 30-something minutes, 32 minutes now. There's a lot going on. I really want to start, doing more. But, you have to be careful, because if you don't sympathize with Democratic ideology, which is not that good, it's destroying the country. You get censored. So I can't touch that. But I do have to be very delicate. I don't know what else to say. But, just remember, I have billions of emails that I will use, 200 a night. And I will include with them emails 10,000 accounts, email accounts. So that person can continue this if they would like to. I will give them thousands of emails to spread their view. We have to get around. You can also put signs in your yard. Don't block the fire hydrants. Don't block driveways, and don't block the water meters and the electric meters and stuff like that. There are things you can do. You can get around it. We don't want to use snail mail. Nearly 50 cents a stamp. That will wear you out fast, buying stamps. But you can get around the social media censorship of Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. There are other ones. I'm not really interested in going to them. I will continue to use YouTube and Facebook as long as I can. I've got several email accounts that I will use. I just think you can really get around it. We don't have to have YouTube, Facebook. YouTube's a great platform for information. It's not just for politics. I bought a Carrera air fryer. It just came in a couple of days ago. Lots of reviews from the company, from viewers. Tons of recipe. It's helpful in a lot of ways. You need to pull a you need to pull a radio out of your. I got a 16 Lincoln. I want to pull the radio out of my 16 Lincoln. I just go to YouTube, remove radio, 16 Lincoln MKZ, and there's gonna be a fella right there detailing it. So YouTube is extremely helpful. Facebook has a lot of media where they're selling stuff. That is helping people make money from their house, from their home. That is extremely helpful. YouTube and Facebook, this is for you. You can be the greatest ever for mankind, but you picked a side instead of being honest on both sides. You know, Mark Zuckerberg, they're going to eventually split you up. You have completely went above what I think you should have done. YouTube, you are approaching that too. All them guys that I mentioned are conservatives, and they all tell you, I'm getting 10,000 subscribers a month, now I'm getting 30. I'm getting people chatting back to me. I was subscribed, now I'm not. It goes on and goes on and goes on about that. They are attacking freedom of speech to control a narrative that they believe that's in line with the Chinese model. Be aware of what's happening. They will probably delete this video. I'll probably get a warning. And if that is what it is, I will continue to be on YouTube. I have ways of staying on YouTube that they don't even know about. Just say it. I am prepared just in case. So, anyways, peace to all of you. Peace to YouTube. Peace to Facebook and Twitter. Merry Christmas to all of you. I may put out a video before then. Remember, I have 12 billion emails. That's a hint. Okay? Peace. Long live the Republic. May this constitutional crisis be settled peacefully. God bless.